Corey had some shit to say about Flakko. Flakko said he made the mistake of his life. I don't think nobody's scared of Flakko but the gang members of him telling the police. I don't think Corey probably really cares. Straight up. I don't think he cares. Flakko, I said, oh, I'm going to sue you. I don't think nigga cares. Straight up. Yeah. Flakko say shit about people all the time, so I don't think he really cares. But let's see what this guy said.
I call him push up in a Flakko. I did research on this guy. This man is a rapist. This man is a rapist.
Man, I think it's over for Poetic Flakko if these things that Corey HOLCOMB is saying is true. But it's some wild allegations. But I don't think a man gonna put that PDF file tag on another man unless it's true. Unlike Poetic Flakko, he put that tag on Corey HOLCOMB, but we ain't got no paperwork. But Corey HOLCOMB saying he got the paperwork on Poetic Flakko. Let's get into this video.
On the internet, people, especially your own people, it's disappointing when you see your own people coming with nonsense that ain't true about you. If somebody lie on you, that's what is so disappointing when you're like, where did they get that? Why are they saying that about me? But there was a guy, and I would never say his name. This guy was going around talking about I do PDF jokes or whatever that is.
What's that?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Talk about CORY and his PDF jokes and all like that.
Right.
And then I was looking online and I was like, he doesn't use his real name. That's a red flag to me. Whenever somebody online and you don't know who they are, I have investigations done on who you are.
Well, I do think a lot of people don't use their real name online. You know, I think a lot of people got businesses that they run, you know, through social media, you know, because this is a business, you know, but some people might, you know, use their name as a business. So I think it could be different situations. You know what I mean? You know, with me, this is my business. Yeah. SBGB TV is a business. Straight up. So, but that one there, I could say I beg to differ. You know, Corey wants to use his name, you know, because he's turned it into a business, a household name, him being Corey HOLCOMB. Understand that, but everybody's not into that. So with that there, I don't know.
And boy, what I found out about this one. Oh my God. I'm like, who in the hell would call a black man in this society in America anything that got to do with pedophile behavior? Who would ever say that about a black man? That's like against the law in so many ways. Like even your enemy,
Yeah.
you don't put that on them unless it's got receipts.
Unless it's true.
Unless it's true.
Another
That's
way
like,
that could be true.
why
is
would
with
somebody do
paperwork.
something like that?
Yeah, no, that's a good point though. Like you can have, because Corey HOLCOMB got questionable and distasteful jokes. You know what I'm saying? But just to compile all his clips and make it seem like this the type of individual he is. You feel me? And then say, oh, he's a PDF file. You have to have hardcore facts, not just videos. You got to have some type of allegations from a victim. In all these years, you have never heard Corey HOLCOMB in any SA cases or no PDF file cases or allegations within all these years. But when you go and compiled clips, you can make it seem like he is. You most definitely can. But he talking about Poetic Flakko, and he about to say something very damaging. So what he's about to say about Poetic Flakko, he said you can't do to a black man unless you have evidence and proof. So I'm assuming he has evidence and proof, and when I find it, I'm gonna let y'all know, especially if it's true.
Oh man, I did research on this dude.
Really?
Push up in a nigga faggo. That's what I call him. I don't know the other names. I call him faggo. I did research on this guy. This man is a rapist. Wow. This man is a rapist. You don't know nothing about that? There was a lot of people looking at him talk crazy about CORY and all like that. Faggo got a rape charge.
I cannot with this one.
See, they want to go back and forth every week. I'm not going to go back and forth with you every week. I'm just going to find out what I need to find out because he don't use his real name. People who really, you don't know their name, you got to watch them on the internet.
I'm going to say this. I do not use my real name on the internet. But if you find my real name and you look at my charges, it's going to be some violent miscellaneous shit. I don't have anything dealing with no, you know what I'm saying? SA in no shape or form. But for CORY HOLCOMB to say this, it must have a little validity to it if he's standing on the same merit, you know what I'm saying, as I'm not going to put something out there that isn't true. You know what I'm saying? But what I did find on Poetic Flakko, Buddy do have like 3 different alias and names. And CORY HOLCOMB gonna mention it, and then I'm gonna expound on it a little bit more. But that was kind of interesting. When I look up Poetic Flakko, he got like 3 different names, 3 different surnames, which is a last name, which is kind of odd.
If they using a name where you don't know who they are, it's a reason most of the time, not every time, but it's a reason they don't want you to know their name. This man has been charged with rape. Talking about a black man, first of all, he's an immigrant. And the reason I say he's an immigrant is because this is gonna go into the story. This man, being an immigrant, was charged with
Grape, like grapes,
Grape.
yeah, that you eat.
Like grapes.
whatever. I'm a G for mine. I stand on it.
Now, this particular part saying he's an immigrant, he is from Liberia, and then he moved to North Dakota. I did find that, right? But the thing about having these 3 different names is why Buddy might not be I guess a citizen yet at this particular time, because that's odd. If you go by 3 different names, just in case, just say this is true. I hope it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because Poetic Flakko done jumped in my live stream before, but I hope it's not. You know what I'm saying? But if it is true, it's kind of weird that he have 3 different aliases when it comes to his name. So if my name was like John Banks or some shit like that, and I go commit crimes and I'm an immigrant, and then eventually I go use another alias, because I can use whatever names that I choose, because I'm not in the particular system of the United States to be tracked. And it's a lot of ways, trust me, it's a lot of ways that you can get false identities in paperwork, like, trust me. So it's interesting because I did find that to be somewhat true of him being an immigrant, but I don't know his citizen status, but I did see 3 different names, which is odd to me.
Episode's gonna get fun.
Then he tried to appeal it and lost. He tried to appeal it and lost. What person who is not even a citizen gets to do that and walk amongst us? That's CI business, boy. Let me tell y'all something, boy. Let me tell y'all something.
Now, when he say CI business, hey, listen. We do know Flakko is working with them people. We do know that. He tell you. Got him on speed dial. Lining them boys up. So, I wouldn't put it past Flakko to be working with the authorities and lining people up to be able to stay in the country. I wouldn't put it past him, you know? The boy is, you know, one of them type of individuals that would do whatever, you know? It'd do whatever. So, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Not at all.
On this internet, everybody who really got a platform and you ain't down with the get down, you about to be challenged. This is a cell phone. Whether you talking on it or not, it's recording everything we saying. So everybody who get mad at these guys on the internet, whatever you say about them, whatever you plot about them is being recorded because they give them years in jail because of this cell phone. They trying to trick you out the streets, homie. Don't say what you gonna do around this thing ever in life. This is a recording device. This is a private eye that we got right here. But see, I done research on what I'm saying. Why ain't this man kicked out the country? Why do this man live in the Dakotas? He hiding from ICE. Homie, this is LA. If you out here, you might get grabbed by ICE agents if you not legit. And even if you are legit. Do anybody got stories about that?
Yeah, they tried to get
I know some people who still locked up and they legit, but they keep moving them around so they be in there longer because it's a cold game with that. But this
I called
man,
ICE on somebody. I
what?
called ICE on a warm drink. I said, man, this shit hot, man.
You crazy. You called ICE on a warm
Is it
drink.
wrong to call ICE though? Is that snitching?
Hey man, look, let me tell you something. This Mark I'm talking about said I don't know where he at. We gonna see. Cause them ICE agents know they be like, Corey, I saw you, you're funny. I was like, hey, what show you gonna be at? I got some information. I'm like, man, I got the trifecta for you.
That's a dangerous thing about beefing with somebody and creating narratives about somebody, because Corey HOLCOMB is the type that's not. He don't have any limits. You've been calling Corey HOLCOMB a PDF file for the past 2-3 months, and if you are an illegal immigrant and he do got information on your whereabouts, and he called, it's low key snitching. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's not snitching; it's telling, because y'all not committing crimes together. It's telling. He being a tattletale, and he get your ass deported. Just remember, Poetic Flakko, when you made the first videos about him going in, I mean, we content creators, but I hope that ain't on your I hope you ain't no PDF file, and I hope you ain't no goddamn illegal immigrant. I hope you got that taken care of. But it is odd that you got 3 names that pop up when a nigga researching. That's odd.
I know y'all ain't really hanging out in the Dakotas, but I got one that shoots the camera from an angle like this so you can't see how fat he is. Talking crazy about the streets. Talking crazy about the streets. And this been caught a rape out here in the States, and he's an immigrant. Are you serious, boy? He said, did he get up with you?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, don't say no name.
Yeah.
He said he'll give you his address. Is that what he said?
I gotta look. I gotta read it. Yeah, something like that.
Get an address. I bet it's the
Flakko, we know is working with them people, right? But I'm just being real, right? I can see something happening to Flakko. And for the reasoning being that Flakko really doesn't come from the streets. He doesn't have a background of being in the streets. So he really doesn't understand how the streets operate to that sense. And he doesn't have, you know, those type of homies that come from the streets that have the vision and understanding, right? He's running around here and he thinks because he has a license to carry that's good enough to be running around doing what you're doing, right? And for real, right? You don't have the backing. Wack is gonna act like he ain't got nothing to do with anything when they're directed at you and it's going down. He keeps trying to like mimic Wack and do certain things Wack does, right? But you got to understand, Wack is moving around scary, and he's moving around with other individuals that might have been in the street. You know, he's just moving a lot different than Flakko. And I don't think Flakko understands that. But you know, Wack is telling him that LA niggas ain't gonna do nothing to him, and they ain't like that out there. And you know, he's really convinced by the things that Wack has said to him. Right? But I just don't think Flakko is moving to that point where as though, you know, nothing can happen. I think he might really like put himself in a situation.
The one I got already.
Yeah.
You a rapist, boy.
When that thing first went around.
Now tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. We got your appeal. We got everything. Homie, you talking about a G that's been out here too long. I'm not finna go back and forth with you, obese rapist. You don't even want pussy. You don't even want pussy. What the fuck trying to get some pussy for? You knew you was gonna get mad. Take it. I know your real name, boy. I ain't said it, but I will. I know your name sound desperate. I might let one of these YouTube guys have your real name if they can't find it. It ain't
How do you
hard to
call
I
Ice?
don't think Corey Holcomb will put that on the jacket if he don't have any undeniable truth. Because
So I don't know. You know, I haven't looked Flakko's personal information up. You know, Flakko has said that it was his brother, but I don't believe anything that Wack or Flakko says. I don't believe nothing they say. So I can't take the word of Flakko saying that it was his brother because I don't believe them guys. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. You know, and they lie a lot. So it could be, maybe not.